Welcome back to another video, everyone. This year has been incredible for film and television, at least in my opinion. So I'll be sharing with you all my favorite movies of 2022. Starting off at number 10, we have Turning Red. At number 9, we have Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. It is about a one-inch shell named Marcel who has hopes of finding his long-lost family that disappeared as survivors of a mysterious tragedy. And this film was just entirely different in my opinion. You don't really come across films like this that often, and it's just very wholesome with a little bit of comedy in it. And I expect nothing less because it's from A24 Studios. At number 8, we have The Black Phone. It is about a 13-year-old boy named Finney Blake who is abducted by a serial killer and trapped in a soundproof basement, and he discovers that he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims, and they are set on making sure that what happened to them does not happen to Finney. And, in my opinion, this film is incredibly disappointing, and there are a lot of errors and flaws, in my opinion, but I think there are some parts that you can try to enjoy in this film, such as, for example, Ethan Hawke, and, Ethan Hawke, and yeah, at number 7, we have Thor, Love and Thunder. I also think that this film had a lot of flaws, and it's not as great as it could have been, but I loved Christian Bale's performance of Thor, and he was also my most anticipated character in the film, and for that whole, period of time, I think. And the film was very just like visually pleasing, and Thor's powers, along with Mighty Thor's and everyone else's, and Thor's powers as well, are just visually pleasing and very vibrant on the screen, so I really enjoyed that aspect of the film. At number 6, we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I did enjoy this film a little bit. Doctor Strange is also one of my favorite Marvel characters because of his ability to use magic and conjure magical objects. And just the display of power from Wanda, and I also really wanted to see where they will take the story from the ending of WandaVision. And that's the only thing that I didn't really like was just maybe the cameos, and it was a little bit rushed towards the final act. But yeah, that's about it. At number 5, we have Amsterdam, an incredibly funny movie in my opinion, but that may be because I didn't know the genre that the film was based in. So I went into it thinking that the plot was going to be like all serious and it was going to be like a dramatic movie, but the plot wasn't taken as seriously as I thought it should have been, and that just made it a lot more hilarious to me. And also the performances of the whole cast was like wonderful as well. So especially Rami Malek's performance as well. Moving on to number 4, we have the Batman. I think that Robert Pattinson's performance as Bruce Wayne was very good, and the chemistry with Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman was also very nice to see, especially with James Gordon as well. And I think they did a really good job painting a picture of like what Gotham actually is like, because in the previous Batman films, we always know that Gotham is not like as good as it is, or it's not a good city, but it's never really shown on screen, I think. Not as well as it was on the Batman. So yeah. At number 3, we have Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I absolutely loved this movie and I enjoyed it from start to finish. I think that the send off for T'Challa was great and respectful, and I also really loved the first appearance of Namor and the chemistry that the chemistry the actor had with Shuri's actress. And also, I just really loved the Namor character as well. He was also my most anticipated character for this film, and I think they did a great job introducing Talokan and the people of Talokan. But I do know that there are some flaws in the movie that people have pointed out, but yeah, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. At number 2, we have Top Gun Maverick. I made a previous video on this movie. I didn't really enjoy it up until like the half line where they started like fighting with the fighter jets, and I just really loved the action from the movie, and I really enjoyed that part of it, but nothing really else from it. And finally, at number 1, we have Glass Onion, Knives Out Mystery. I did kind of enjoy this movie. It was funny and hilarious, and it's always fun trying to piece the puzzle and mystery, and I think the payoff was kind of good. It was well done, and another hit from Ryan Johnson. But yeah, that's about it for my top 10 favorite movies of 2022. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.